You loved me until you didn't, and I felt the moment that it changed. You used to say I'd be forever. Now forever sounds like something you erased. You used to know the way I took my coffee, knew every scar and every story underneath. You called me just to hear my voice, back when loving me felt like an easy choice. I remember how you looked at me like I was everything you'd ever need. You held my hand like you were scared that someday I'd disappear from there. I believed every word you said, built my future around every promise you made. I never thought I'd have to question if the person beside me still felt the same. Then slowly your eyes stopped looking mine. Your I love you started sounding like goodbye. You stopped asking how my day had been, and I started feeling like a stranger again. I would have fought until there was nothing left, but you had already made your decision. The hardest part wasn't watching you leave, it was watching you stop needing me. Until you didn't, until my name stopped feeling like home. You held me until you didn't, and somehow I was sleeping alone. You promised me forever, then changed your mind like it was nothing. I would have given you everything, but you loved me until you didn't, and I still don't know what changed. Or when your heart let go, I only know I felt you leaving long before you told me so. I started checking every little thing, wondering why you didn't smile when I walked in. I blamed myself for every silence, tried to fix a love that was already dying. I became careful with my words, afraid that honesty would make it worse. I stopped asking where we stood because I was terrified of what you might say. You said you needed time alone, and I pretended I wasn't scared. I watched you turn away from me, like the years we shared were never there. I remember sitting in the car, parked outside beneath the streetlight. You said it's not you, it's me, but somehow that didn't make it hurt less that night. Because if I wasn't the reason, why did I feel so easy to replace? How can someone love you deeply, then look at you and see a different face? I would have stayed through every storm, would have carried every piece of your pain. But love can't be held by one person when the other one stops holding the same. You loved me until you didn't, until my name stopped feeling like home. You held me until you didn't, and somehow I was sleeping alone. You promised me forever, then changed your mind like it was nothing. I would have given you everything, but you loved me until you didn't, and I still don't know what changed, or when your heart let go. I only know I felt you leaving long before you told me so. Now your side of the closet is empty, but I still leave the door the way you liked. There's a picture of us on my nightstand, and I haven't had the courage to turn it face down. People tell me I'll find somebody, someone who'll never make me question love. But right now I don't want another person, I just wanna understand what happened to us. Maybe love doesn't always end with anger, maybe sometimes it simply disappears. Maybe two people can mean everything and still become strangers after all those years. I don't hate you for leaving, I hate that I still wish you'd stay. I hate that some part of me still expects your car to turn into the driveway. And that's the part that breaks me, knowing I would still open that door. Even after everything you took, I'd probably love you like I did before. But I'm starting to understand that you leaving doesn't make me less. Your heart changing wasn't proof that I was impossible to love. I can't spend my whole life trying to become who you choose. I can't keep measuring my worth by everything I couldn't make you feel. You loved me until you didn't. And maybe that's all the answer I'll ever get. You loved me until you didn't. And God, I wish you'd stayed the same. You were once the safest place I knew. Now your memory carries pain. You promised me forever, but forever wasn't ours to keep. I gave you every part of me. Now I'm learning how to find what's left of me. You loved me until you didn't, but I won't let that destroy who I am. I can miss the person that you were without begging for you back again. You loved me until you didn't, and maybe that's where our story ends. I wanted you to love me forever, but now I'm learning to love myself again. You loved me until you didn't. I loved you even after you